Hello, Year 6, and welcome to the next stage of your transition, led by myself and my friend here. You may remember us from our open evening in September, but if you don't, my name is Mitchell Freeman.
Hello, my name is Ellis Clark.
Today we're going to talk to you a bit more about our school.
So, hopefully, we can prepare you a bit on your transition based on our personal experiences of James Hornsby.
We'll be discussing the academic and personal development you'll experience, and perhaps any challenges you may face. So, I'm going to hand you over to Ellis first.
Thank you. So, what I wanted to talk about today was more so about you and how you're feeling and how you will feel at our school. So, the soon to be Year 7, who's probably a bit scared, perhaps even excited, or perhaps absolutely dreading school. I know I was the latter. But I just wanted to say that whilst this is a school and you'll be expected to learn and you'll be expected to be educated here, you'll also be looked after, and I can personally vouch for that. Honestly, not in a million years would I have thought in Year 7 that I would have become head girl. I didn't have the motivation, I lacked the work ethic, the perseverance. I honestly, in truth, used to hate school. It's sad to look back to see how I was back then, and it's sadder still to know other people that have been like it. But at my school, I'm so fortunate to say that I've changed because of it. I've changed because of the teachers that have inspired me. I've changed because of my new friends that have pushed me, like Mitchell, the head of colleges that had helped with bullying, or the counsellors. When I thought that something was hard, I would have given up. When I didn't think that something was right, I would have given up. But James Hornsby can change that kind of mentality if you have it. It took me a while to realise that and to actually accept the help when it was given to me, but the school will do everything it can to assist you. The teachers are incredible. They'll do everything they can to help you. And so if I could give you one piece of advice, it would be to accept that help. It would be become open to that assistance. And that's how you'll skyrocket. If you can begin to help yourself, that is how you will succeed. So, when your mental health isn't the greatest, there are people at the school to help you. As a teenager, your hormones are all over the place as it is, and in a new environment as well, with whatever it is that's happening in your life or in your school life, there's people that will help you. Students will even help you. We've got that kind of school where everyone comes together and are a part of one big family, which is something that we like to say a lot at James Hornsby. Our school is so kind in that regard, and I'm blessed to have gone there. So don't take advantage of this experience. Be kind to others and do yourself proud, because that's all that matters, really. And you'll realise that in Year 11, when you look back at your time at James Hornsby, perhaps like you've been doing so with your primary school, you'll look back and remember all of the amazing moments. So what I'll say is seize this amazing opportunity and be curious and try to better yourself every day. At James Hornsby, you'll not only learn academically, but you'll learn about your developing self, your ethics, you'll learn so much. I miss it already, honestly, Mitch. I miss it every day. You're going to have some of the best and some of the worst times of your life, but that's part of growing up and that's part of secondary school. But don't be frightened about that, because the staff care about you so much. So you'll be all right. So I'll pass you over to Mitchell now to talk about the more academic side of our school.
Yes. Thank you, Ellis. I've had the pleasure of being head boy this year, and I'd like to start off by saying that this school caters for all levels of academic ability. Parents should never fear that their child or children are not receiving the best education, but this school never makes you worry. We are one of the few schools across the country that run a project led by Mrs Overy to help disadvantaged students reach at least a pass grade in maths and English at GCSE, and that is absolutely fantastic. And alongside this programme, the teachers and staff push the most able students to the best of their ability, with programmes such as Challenge Plus, which recognises students that need a little extra challenge in class to make sure they reach those top grades and get what they deserve. There is also a very exciting programme that I took part in myself called the Brilliant Club. This gives students the opportunity to write university-style essays and attend sessions with PhD tutors Looking more deeply into modern topics, in my experience, I studied English literature and, in particular, feminist article in the theory of feminism, which was really interesting when you looked at what the core beliefs are of this idealism. And this is just one of the very few ways that James Hornsby encourages students to progress on to further education, which is extremely important nowadays with the rise of high-skilled, high-paid jobs in all sectors. The school offers many different trips to the top universities, Russell Group universities, which are very well known for their research degrees, to also encourage students going on to further education. I was lucky enough to spend a 3-night residential at the University of Essex, focusing very deeply on science, technology, and maths and engineering projects, as well as what life is like at university. But if you're more interested in creative subjects, then please do not fear. Our creative arts faculty has huge school productions every year, as well as a talent show, and I have been part of these myself. Last year I was in the talent show, and it was an amazing way to show off the students' creative talent. It gives you an opportunity to showcase some hidden talents that you can't in a classroom environment. I was able to do fire baton twirling on stage, and that is not something you normally see on a school day. Plus, with the recent production of Beauty and the Beast, this allowed students to develop their acting, dancing and singing skills. It was a beautiful production, and anyone could participate with no experience at all. This opportunity was about showcasing what you could already do, or to develop these new skills if you're interested in progressing onto an acting career, or just a creative arts career in general. My advice for any start in September is to value every day you spend at James Hornsby. I didn't realise how much school meant to me until my final year was cut short. It was absolutely devastating, and I wish when I was in my early years I valued every day like I did just a few months ago. If you have any troubles too, please don't be afraid to talk to people, teachers and students alike. A family ethos is at the core of this school, so everyone will support and help you, no matter what. And finally, just have fun and enjoy being a part of the family, because if you don't have fun, you're not going to succeed.
I concur. I mean, having fun is another big takeaway from this video. So there's so many opportunities, like Mitchell said, for that you can take part in at our school, but there's also many leadership opportunities at our school. So Mitch and I, the reason why we're talking to you today was because we were part of the student leadership team. I don't know if we still are, or if we're nobodies now, but so Mitch, do you want to talk about what we were doing in year 11?
Yes, so the student leadership team is a group of really passionate Year 11 students trying to improve 3 main areas of the school from a student point of view.
Yeah, so we focused on teaching and learning, the environment and student welfare, and we have made changes that will positively impact our school, because at James Hornsby everyone's voices are heard.
Yeah. So I was part of the teaching and learning team, and we implemented the Young Inspector scheme. It did take us a very long time to implement it, but we did manage to get it up and running. And this basically just allowed students to observe during tutor time and share good practice, well, what they thought was good practice across the school, so that every student received the best time with their tutors. This was just another opportunity for students to voice their own opinion and develop leadership and yeah.
Yeah, so I was part of the environment team where we implemented Ecosia. I think that was our biggest change. So it's a web browser like Google is, but as you search, you can plant trees. So I think that was the biggest change that we've implemented, purely because of the amount of trees that we planted as a school. So a low estimate of 4,500 trees, and that wasn't even the entirety of the academic year that we were using Ecosia. When you put that into perspective and the amount of tons of carbon dioxide that these trees will absorb during a year, about 100 tons. And so I think it's amazing. We've combated desertification, where fertile land becomes infertile because of the heat and because there's not a lot of soil stability with tree roots. You'll learn more about that in GCSE geography if you take it, which Mitch and I both recommend you to. But also climate change, of course, because trees absorb carbon dioxide, which is a greenhouse gas.
And finally, the Wellbeing team started a peer mentors program where students were able to speak out about their worries or concerns with fellow students. This was a much more effective way in getting people to open up about their own problems, as they didn't feel as scared to a fellow teenager and a teacher. Um, there was also a reading peer mentors program that they started to run, which allowed older students to volunteer and help younger students, particularly in year 7 and year 8, develop their reading skills.
I think the wellbeing team did such a good job this year. I think it's so important that students are safe and welcome in our school, and so they've done an amazing job. So, hopefully, being part of the student leadership team is something that you can look forward to, or something that you're being inspired by to take up in our school. But remember, there's all different types of leadership opportunities as well, such as the student voice. I think the student council is still going on. Form time representatives. There's all different types of opportunities to be had.
Yeah, so by now I hope that you know a bit more about what life is like at James and has made you even more excited for September. And after the video today with your families, we'd like you to write down the 3 things you are most looking forward to and the 3 things you are looking forward to when you join. And how are you going to make those 3 things that you're not looking forward to enjoyable and something you will look forward to? For example, you're not looking forward to meeting people, then you could join a club that you really enjoy and are passionate about, so that when you meet these new people, you're doing something you enjoy and happy with. Ellis, what was the main thing you was most worried about? Because I myself was really worried about getting lost in my new surroundings, and as a little year 7, I was really daunted by the school, and I thought it was a bit like Hogwarts.
A bit like Hogwarts. I guess our college system kind of reminds me of that as well. But don't worry, there's no spiraling staircases that change directions and things. Our school is actually kind of small in comparison to other schools in the area, but you'll be okay. Mitchell can talk about his experience if he likes, but my experience as a year 7 being lost, everyone would help you. Students would help you, even teachers as well, and the teachers don't mind if you're a little bit late on your first couple of days, so don't worry about it. Everyone's there to help you. I think my biggest fear was the fact that not many of my friends from primary school were going to my secondary school, and so I thought that I wouldn't have any friends and I wouldn't be able to make them very well.
I'm kind of a shy person as it is, but I mean, I've got Mitchell. He's a good friend, so
honestly, the people in our school are so welcoming, and we've got such a big family ethos, which is something we strive for. So you will be 100% looked after at our school. So, thank you very much for watching this video. If you've made it this far, give yourself a pat on the back, because it was a bit long. Sorry, Miss Meacham.
If you have any questions about what we've spoke about today, then please be sure to email in those questions to the school, and we'll make sure we'll answer them as soon as possible. And we'd love to see your work when you've done it, so send that too. But all I can say now is thank you for watching Year 6, stay safe, and we hope to see you soon.
See ya!